I'm about to sell this all gold Rolex Day-Date Presidential to buy more Bitcoin. In this video, I'm going to show you why I'm even thinking about doing this. I'm also going to explain why I might regret doing this, but ultimately why I believe it's one of the best investments I could make, trading this watch in to buy more Bitcoin. Let's talk about why we are here. I believe Bitcoin is opportunity to get rid of what used to be a luxury. You see, that Rolex that I bought, which I'll show you, and how beautiful it is, was a milestone for me. I told myself when I hit 7 figures in my agency, and I did tell myself that for about 2 years, almost 2 years when I first started, back in like 2020 when I first quit my job. So I quit my job in 2020, went all in on building my business as an entrepreneur, and I was building my business for about 2 years. And coming up on the second year, I had a goal to hit 7 figures. I had on my phone screen, my iPhone, the picture of this Rolex gold Day-Date Presidential, because I'm an advertising, my agency was an advertising agency called adspend.com, and the Rolex ads back in the day on the print magazines used to be some of the best ads, the most aesthetic ads that you could ever see. And so I had that on my phone screen for almost 2 years. Whenever I was working, I would just look at it. Whenever someone would text me, it would pop up. Whenever I would look at my phone, it was right there. So it would just remind me of what I wanted to achieve and what I would reward myself with when I hit that goal. I actually had a client sign with me in November before the year was over, who helped me not only achieve that milestone, but also was a luxury watch dealer. And so how crazy and serendipitous is it that that client also just happened to be the person that was going to be the one to sell me that watch. So what happened is I closed that client, signed the client to my agency. He came on board, and then I told him, hey man, this is crazy, but I'm looking to actually buy my first Rolex Day-Date Presidential ever. And so he actually hooked it up, found me a connection in his network. He met up with me in person here in Miami and delivered it to me personally. I'll put a clip here that might be still on the internet from when he actually gave it to me. And so I've had that watch the last 3 years, basically, since 2021. And up until recently, I've decided to sell it. And the reason why is because I believe we are in a time right now where the opportunity cost of not investing in Bitcoin is actually something that is kind of stupid not to do. And here's why. I believe that that watch, although it's held value, I bought it at 50K. So the price I paid was $50,000. It was at the peak of the marketplace. Today, I've gotten 2 quotes already from people online through Instagram. One said 36K from a local watch dealer here in Miami. The other said 34K online, who's not local to Miami. We are on our way down to another luxury watch dealer, a third quote, to get in person to see what their quote's gonna be for this Rolex as well. But that $36,000 invested in Bitcoin today could get me about 0.33 of a Bitcoin. Now that 0.33 of a Bitcoin could be worth $150,000, $250,000 in the next 2 or even 3 years, which would be a much wiser investment, but also maybe even a better story to tell to our future family, because when my son or my grandson asks, hey, Daddy or Grandpa, what did you do back during 2025 when everybody was still not caught on to the Bitcoin hype? Like, how did we get here today? They're gonna say, oh, well, you know what I did? I sold everything that I had that I didn't really value anymore, all these material possessions, and I invested it into our family's future. The Rolex was cool, it's just more of a liability. I have about 0.33 of a Bitcoin on my wrist when I wear it. That's all I think about. And that's gonna become more and more valuable if it was invested in Bitcoin. All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys the Rolex so you can see what we're working with here. It comes with the full box and the papers, which should increase the value of the resale price. So has the tags, has everything that the people are gonna need to see when they wanna buy it from me. So here it is, all gold Rolex 40mm Day-Date Presidential, which I'm about to sell to buy more Bitcoin. You can tell it looks pretty good. Obviously looks, pretty solid, good condition. Once it's cleaned up, looks brand new basically. And yeah, now we're gonna go in and check the price to see how much they're willing to do.
Oh shit, she putting wine in there. She putting wine in there. She looking fine in there. Matter of fact, she a diamond. I'm about to slide in there. I get behind in there. She make me cry in there. Oh shit. Think I might die in there.
What
Yeah.
is it? Okay, ¿cuál es?
Rolex Day-Date, all gold, 40 millimeter Roman numeral dial,
Español o inglés?
English.
Let's just see what you have in here. So champagne, 2020. As an advice. Oh, you have. Okay, wait a second. I'm just gonna put this
Sure.
in here.
Yeah, no worries. It's
And
been
that,
sitting right
because
there.
if you lose
Yeah,
the
of
little
course.
tube, it's a little issue. This is a date, yellow gold Roman numeral champagne dial. You have a number in mind, so I could ask Carlos.
I want to see.
You wanna see?
Quiero un número.
¿Cuánto?
He wants a number. English.
10,000.
No.
So you really know the number then.
Okay.
Do you know the number or you don't know the number? I know the number. I just want to know where you're at.
Ideally, 45.
Yeah. That's not ideal. That's like dreaming.
Yeah, that's not even for an end user. They're not even selling it like that for an end user.
What could I get for you?
We are very, 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 very far of that price.
Okay, how far?
Like I would say maybe like $10,000 far or even more.
10,000?
Yeah. What's your number out for this?
No, we far.
I know, but what is the number? But throw the number.
Él anda en otro país y yo ando en
But what is the number?
2021, I don't think I will pay more than $34,000 for that.
See? Same number. I said 35. I was kinder. I said 35.
35 es a lot.
Yeah.
Yo acabo de vender unos silver down, lo acabo de vender en 37.
Yeah. I know. It's yeah.
If we could get closer to 40.
No, we won't be able to
No?
because we won't be able to sell it. That's the thing, you know. So at that price, we can get it off the dealer shop. So why buying it and tying up our capital on something that we can get it when the customer is asking specifically for that one? Sorry.
38?
No. It's
34?
No, 34. That's what he said.
Yeah? Okay. That's the best offer, 34 today. Nothing more.
I said 35. He said 34. Say I
37.
Said like $10,000.
37.
I can't hear from you, dear. No, Bobby, listen. Look, if you full link, I'll expect to watch the most I will give you will be $35. I will give you $1. It's so much for 37. There's no money for me to make. It's a 2021. It's not a new watch. You can think about it. You can walk the whole entire downtown. And I know the end of the movie. You'll be walking back and say, Carlos, they're not offering me that. I pay very good and I'm very fair.
Yeah, I already have one that says 36.
Okay, that's not a bad offer.
Yeah. Seems like it now.
See?
Can you guys match? So if we could match it or beat it, then we could sell it now.
We have an offer for 36 if you will match that.
I'm here now.
Who's offering 36?
Timepiece.
Timepiece gentlemen?
No, timepiece trading. You want to see it?
Yeah, let him inspect it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, thank you.
Ya lo vio ya? He saw the watch already?
¿Cómo?
Did he see the watch already or no? You just talked to him on the phone?
No, on Instagram they quoted me right there.
Yeah. I'm sure you never seen that, right?
No.
That's a one gauge on one side. So I'm sure he gave you a price without inspecting the watch, but when you get there and he sees the watch with all the things that you have everywhere, it's a strong offer. Totally, you know, not 36. 35 will be my best. If he
Well, that's
gets-
the number. That's the number you're saying. So you would still take it for 35.
I'll take it for 35. 36 I can't. Stop thinking, bro.
35.5?
No, 35. I gotta spend a lot of money into a watch.
35.5. It's a deal. Right here.
I'll shake your hand, but I'll pass it off. 35.
500, 500 is the most? 500 is the deal breaker?
34, then we went to 35.
Okay, so you went to...
We'll never continue, then we 35.5, and then we'll go back there, you're going to ask me 36.
No, 35.5 right here.
35, we'll close it.
35.5
Well, you
right
came
here.
from so far to me, and now you're going to go somewhere else. When you come back to buy a watch from me, I'm going to add that $500.
No, don't do that.
I'm going to get you anyway, some way, somehow, okay? 35, bro, it's a deal. Come on. You're TM or Mr. CM, you know I'm fair. 35. Cash, wire, however you want.
Can you pay Bitcoin?
No.
You can't pay Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, no.
You guys accept Bitcoin though?
I said, but I don't sell Bitcoin.
You don't sell Bitcoin?
No way.
Why not?
Because I stashed my Bitcoin.
That's what I'm trying to get paid in Bitcoin.
I've been holding.
I want to
Bitcoin
convert it.
since 2017.
Yeah, I don't want to accept the
Since
fiat.
From 2017.
That's why I came here, because you guys accepted Bitcoin.
Imagine that.
So you
I
don't.
went to the down. I lost everything. I thought I lost everything.
But you kept it, right?
My brother was like, forget it. You
Yeah.
put that there, forget it. And now, to be honest with you, I don't even know how much I have.
Yeah, you just kept it, right?
He doesn't even let me check.
You don't have
You
a.
don't want to check. If you check, then you want to take money out. You leave that there, and it's there. So
Yeah,
I must have some money. I don't even know what Bitcoin is going for. So,
it's 120.
so yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll have a lot of money. 35, bro. Come on, for $500.
Can you pay in Bitcoin or no? No, seriously.
No.
You don't? Okay.
Wire or
Wire. I don't know, that extra 5. You were gonna meet me for 36. You said he was gonna take a look at it.
Yeah, I offer you 34. I offer you $1,000 more, and I had to spend a lot of money in Laser World getting it.
How much? I don't know how much that is, obviously,
I'm
but
probably gonna spend another $500 on that watch.
okay, so that's the difference, the 500 to spend on it.
Yeah, you know, it has a bunch of dings. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I bought it in 2021 at the peak at 50.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
2022 to 2024, I lost 2.5.
Why did it lose that much value in like 2-3 years though?
The market, everybody who walks into the door wants to sell watches. No one is.
And that's not like a.
A lot of very little people are buying watches. Selling watches, everybody.
Gotcha,
Every
no
day
one's-
I get 50 walk-ins.
Ah, so it's more of the
This guy
economy.
right here wants to sell watches too.
35. I bought it in 2021. It was 50K, top of the market back then. It's only 35 now from what I'm getting here, but at the end of the day, that's going to be 0.33 of a Bitcoin as of today, which will be another 250K. Ideally, potentially in the next 2 or 3 years minimum, maybe 5, maybe a little bit longer, just depends. But I mean, even just the experience coming in here alone, you see having to hold the watch, make sure no one's looking at the watch. Someone was asking me for money on the street after I got out of the car. It's just a whole liability. And it's like, I don't want to have to deal with that right now. I want to be able to put this Casio on, walk with my family, have the money stored somewhere safe that I can own, that no one can touch, that I can remember with these words right here. And that's going to be the peace of mind that I need to sleep every single night. So that alone was worth it. So I feel pretty good. This is the last time I'll be able to hold the watch. Last time. There it is. So there it is. Just sold the Rolex Day Presidential for $35,000, and this is going straight into Bitcoin. What he just said at the very end was he doesn't sell his Bitcoin. In fact, he wouldn't even give me Bitcoin to pay for my watch. And so that right there told me everything I needed to know about this being the right decision, because very soon Bitcoin will be more scarce and, more importantly, more sought after than the Rolex, because most people won't be able to get their hands on 0.33 of a Bitcoin, which will probably be what this can get me in today's Bitcoin pricing. Just made it back home, and the one thing I forgot to realize that I didn't mention inside the video is that this is why Bitcoin makes so much more sense than dollars or wire transfers or even checks, because this is so outdated. I deposited this check already prior to coming home, and it says it's going to take about 3 to 4 business days for the bank to actually give me the final total amount on this check for $35,000. And if they wired it, that would have taken at least 24 to 48 hours in terms of business days to arrive to me. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you that I just bought the Bitcoin in real time. So you can see that this is an email from Capital One after I deposited the check that I made on July 17th when I actually sold the watch to the watch dealer, which you guys just saw. However, they told me because they detected a potential risk that it was my own money in my account, they delayed the availability of the entire $35,000 until today, July 21st. So I had to wait 4 days for me to access that money to be able to buy the Bitcoin, which again just shows you that this system is completely outdated, because if they would have just paid me in Bitcoin, I would have had the money right away, which is why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the future, and this entire system depends on it not being the future, so they're going to do everything they can to delay that. Now, point being, it's actually a good thing. Now, had I had the money earlier, I would have been able to buy a little bit more. You can see the price actually dropped, I believe, in the last day to about $116,000 earlier last night. So if I would have had the money, I would have been able to buy at a little bit of a discount. Instead, because I didn't have the money, I'm buying at $118,000. So bank delayed the wire, or the transfer, I should say, of the deposit. And then now I just went ahead and one-clicked ordered the $35,000 straight up. This is in Spanish, so if you can't understand it, that's why. 7 minutes ago, you can see right here, at 8:18 a.m. in the morning, you can see I went ahead and deposited it. I got 0.287 of a Bitcoin, so not quite the 0.33 that I was stating in the video. I was off by about 0.5 of a Bitcoin, or 0.05, I should say. But ultimately, yeah, I was able to buy it 119,000 according to Coinbase, and yeah. So there you see it, there you have it, and here's why it makes so much sense to do it. Again, how many Bitcoin for a Rolex? You can see in 2020, the price of this Rolex was 2 Bitcoin for 18,000. Okay, 2 Bitcoin could buy you this Rolex. That 2 Bitcoin today, by the way, is worth 240K. So that 18,000 in 2020 would have been 240K today. Now, 2025, okay, that same Rolex only costs you 0.18 of a Bitcoin, because again, that Bitcoin is worth 240K today, and this Rolex is only $20,000. So it stored its value and actually made you a little bit more money, right? In my case, it didn't. I lost $15,000 on that Rolex. Now, you could argue, well, Brian, you got screwed. Maybe you just didn't negotiate hard enough. Brian, you could have went to another watch dealer. Brian, yeah, I get it completely, okay? But it wasn't worth my time to do that. I just wanted to get it out, get it sold, get it in the marketplace to be able to be available to buy Bitcoin, because in 2030, that $35,000, or that, I should say, 0.28 of a Bitcoin will be able to buy me whatever watch I want, maybe even 2 or 3 watches if I want them, which I probably won't. And so the purchasing power of everything trends down in terms of Bitcoin. For example, in the price of a home. Again, this home for $288,000 used to cost you 664 Bitcoin. In 2020, it used to cost you 45 Bitcoin. In 2024, that same price of a home, an average home, costs you 6.6 Bitcoin, which again, just shows you that everything trends down in comparison to a Bitcoin. You can see the S&P 500. If you're invested in the S&P 500 right now, you are losing compared to Bitcoin. Look, the price of the S&P 500, this red line right here, is trending downwards compared to Bitcoin. You can see the green line. If I just move the green line, right, the green line is going up. You can see if you're just looking at the S&P 500, okay, great, you're looking like you've made a lot of money. But then when you compare it to the Bitcoin price and you see, holy crap, look how much this jumped up, right? But then you look at the S&P 500 and priced in Bitcoin, you are losing by a long shot. By a long shot. It's not even close. It's not even close. Logarithmic here, you can see this. So point being, that's why I sold the watch. And I'm not telling you to do the same thing, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing and hopefully educating you on why I'm doing it so you can make your own decisions. And we can look at this in the next 5 to 10 years and see if it was a good investment or not. I know I will. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm posting it, because I want the majority of my friends and family to watch this and see, okay, if he's doing this, well, what does he know that I don't, right? Or what has he learned that I haven't? And I've learned on my entrepreneurial journey, building my business, that most people are good at making money. But most people don't know how to invest that money, store that money, and actually grow that money in something that's actually going to store their energy's value. Okay, so that's why I'm making this video. Again, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave it a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.